Good morning and welcome to this really sunny, it is Wednesday morning, isn't it? I think it's Wednesday. Wednesday morning up here, up in the northeast of England. It is a gorgeous day. We're warming up here really nicely already. Warn you now, Sean, Craig's wearing his shorts. Yeah. Oh, and Johnny in the gallery's got his on too. So, yeah, it's warm. The sun is out. It is a gorgeous day. But it's a fantastic day for crafting too. So I hope you can join us because we have got a jam-packed day. Not only have we got our wake-up call, we've also got a craft along, then we've got our creative cravings later, but also we have got a fantastic guest in the house as well. We have got Sharon here from Dawn Bibby Creations. Good morning, Sharon.
Morning, Corrine.
Good morning. Yeah, lovely to have you here. And we've got two fantastic collections with us today, haven't we? So we have got, let me get these right, we've got the Road to Siam collection and the Oriental Escapade. So I can't wait to see what those are going to show us. So they're going to look lovely. So you've got lots to show us with those, I hear.
They've been so popular all across social media when we've brought them out before, so hopefully your viewers are going to love them today as well. It's a taste of the Orient with a modern twist. There's some beautiful flowers as well, so it'll all mix and match, but you can use them independently too. So very excited to show you later.
Brilliant. I can't wait. Really looking forward to that. I've not seen many samples. I've purposely not had a look at the samples so that we can all look at those together. So we have got our our Gemini 3-in-1 Creator Card Craft Along with our lovely Craig. Good morning.
Good morning.
Isn't it a lovely day?
It is absolutely glorious out there today. I got myself ready this morning, I opened my front door, went to go to the car and I thought, nope, I'm going back in for my shorts.
You're going back in for your shorts?
Because even on a winter's day, the studio can get really hot with all the lights and the camera and that. Throw in a day like today where the sun is beaming down
on our metal roof.
On our metal roof with all these lights and that, I was like, the shorts are going on.
Don't blame you.
Yeah,
don't blame
although
you.
Don't worry, you're not going to see them because it's not something you want to see. But talking about bright and sunshine, we've got the craft along coming along. Now, what I thought I would do is, many of you'll know, well, it'll be next Tuesday. It's both myself and Debbie Fisher's birthday. 21st of June. So with our 3-in-1 creator cards, I thought what I could do, maybe make like a little birthday card for Debbie.
That would be lovely.
So what I've done is I've actually popped a picture of Debbie and Sarah in the middle. Now these are 3-in-1 because you can be using the outside of the die on its own. You can use the inside of the die on its own, or to create a full-on feature, you can use them both together. That's where it gives you the 3-in-1. So this is where we're going to use some of these bright, vibrant, water-reactive inks, and we're going to have a little bit of a play to see, to see what we can make. You can make exactly what I'm going to do, or you might want to change it completely. All the details of what you'll need will come up later on, if not in this show, at the start of Craft Along. But they are across on social media at the moment as well. Really, really, I've tried to keep this one simple but fun and colourful because I do have one next week which is all about wedding cards.
Oh, wow.
That's next week.
Oh, I saw you give a little tease to that yesterday.
That's next week. So I thought, let's go in, let's go bright, bring in the sunshine as well. And I do have to say, I'm really chuffed with that one because I literally had a day or so to prep it.
I know.
Because many of you know it was originally meant to be Debbie Fisher that's in today. A little bit of a change about, so I'm in here today. So yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. But we've also got a 3-in-1 creator card dies. We've got our easel dies that I absolutely love. We've also got our lattice folding dies as well. All of these are going to be featured throughout the day. And I have to say as well, I'm even more giddy because I got my package of my sunflower collection this morning.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Do I actually have any left?
We have a few. We will have a quick look. We'll have a sneaky peek of the sunflower collection. It is beautiful. If you saw that, we launched it yesterday. And did it fly? It flew. You were loving that. So we'll go through that and show you what you've got. But if you do want to have a look, look on the website and you can have a look at that. But it is the most beautiful collection with the papers, with the vellums, with the dies, with the stamps, with the embossing folders. Oh, by the way, 70% gone in one day. One day. That was so fast, yes. I mean, and when we talk large stocks, it's vast stocks, absolutely huge. Yeah, but you were loving it. And can I just say, If you want multiple pads, the paper pads, the 12 by 12, the 8 by 8 vellums, or the 6 by 6 paper pads, add those in, but don't wait long, because if there's 70% gone of the main collection, there'll be even more gone of those pads as well, because people were adding in multiples of those because they're your consumables. So yeah, so add those in and have a look. But we will definitely go to them, and if I can convince Craig not to go and sunbathe, he might even be able to put together a demo for you.
Oh gosh darn, busted. that was my plan in between. That's out of the window now.
Yeah.
Although, you know, just finding on the picnic table, out in the car park.
Well, that's where I'm going to eat my lunch.
Yeah, is that where you're going to eat your lunch? Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to sit outside, definitely.
That's if you get to the picnic table without me there lying on it.
Yeah, well, maybe. So, yeah, it's going to be... Oh, let's just say,
no,
Craig with his top off.
No.
Oh, Johnny's already threatening to take his top off. Oh, dear. Poor Nicola. Right,
Nicola.
Now, let's get back on track. Totally Tiffany, it's her second anniversary of being here with the channel, so we thought we needed to do something a little bit special. Now, I believe there is a Totally Tiffany show on Saturday night, all focused on the Totally Tiffany collections, and Tiffany herself will be in on that show. So that's definitely one to tune in for. But if you want to have a look on the website and have a look at all of the products that we have for her, if you spend £30 on the Totally Tiffany products, you can get an extra 5% off. If you spend £50, you'll get an extra 10% off. Obviously, this is on top of your Club Inspire price. If you spend £80, when I say £80, £80, $80, €80, whichever one you hit, you will get 20% off. Is it 20? Oh, £5? Oh, it's pounds. I put percentage. It's £5, £10, or £20. Oh, I'm so sorry. I put percent. It's pounds. Wow, that's even better. Now, can I just say, if you want a sneaky peek, go and look at the die and stamp storage power pack, because that is $32.99 or $37.98. And with the Totally Tiffany code, you therefore are going to get an extra £5 off that, bringing that down to $27.99.
Oh yeah, Carol Vorderman's back in the building today, isn't she? For you guys stateside, Carol Vorderman is TV presenter here in the UK. Is a whiz at mathematics. Mathematics? Yeah. Maths, numbers, that's you.
I like my maths. It makes me happy. Because it makes sense. It's logic. I can do with that. I can't do with things that aren't logical. So shall we go and have a look? Shall we go and have a look at what we're going to have a go? And we're going to look at the 3-in-1 creator card. Wow, look at this. You have got 6 different creator cards in this bundle. There are so many there. So you've got the gorgeous what have we got here? So you've got your gorgeous floral peacock, you've got your butterfly garden, you've got your daisies and dragonflies, elegant fairy, your celebration cake, and your balloon bouquet. Now, as Craig has already said to you, these are brilliant. They are 3-in-1. So you can use the outside die, you can use the inner die independently, or you can use the two together to get a really, really detailed image. So as you saw on Craig's craft along, he's going to use those. He's going to do all 3 combinations to get that tri-fold card, which is absolutely amazing. So if you do want the collection today, that is £81.55 or $95.75, which is a saving of 20%. But if you are a Club Inspire member, then you are going to get this. Okay, it's down this way, isn't it? Oh, am I going the wrong way? I'm going the wrong way. Why can't I do that? That way. I couldn't get my hand in. I could not do that.
It's so deceiving, isn't it?
Wow. That was really confused me for a minute. Right, there you are. Club Inspire price is £65.24 or $76.60. Now, can I just say, if this bundle is a little bit too big for you, there is another bundle. Obviously, it's not going to get you the best price, but you can get any 2 for £30 or $35. So make up your own bundle. But can I just say, if you're looking at £30 for 2, 65 for 6, I can see where the best value is at. It doesn't need Carol Vorderman and her maths to work out that that's the best deal. So there we go. So that is the first one we wanted to show you today. So Craig, can you show us how this works? And then, while you're doing that, we'll have a look at who's on the socials.
Let's do that, yeah. So these are all our creative cards are fun. This is just taking it that little bit further, giving you options when it comes to the creative card, because use them together or use them separately. So I thought I'll show you some finished samples first and then we can dive straight in. So I've got 3 different styles here, so 3 different of the creative cards. Now this one with the peacock, this is actually using the whole lot together. So this is using the backdrop as well as the peacock, the inside. If I bring you in this one here, this is using one of the other ones, but this is only using the outline or the back detail, and then come in with your sentiments into the middle, your nests and dies if you want to, and then this is using one of the other ones, whereas this is using the inner focus of the creative card, not the outline. So this is where you've got the 3-in-1. You can use both dies together, you can use just the inner detail die, or you can use the outline together. That's where your 3-in-1 comes into play. Here's a few other finished examples just for you to see right here. So this is using the wedding cake, that's using the inner and also the outer together. We'll do a demo probably within Creative Cravens later on today using that one. This one also using both dies, so the dragonfly and the outline. But then you can be using them for your inner concept. So if you like to do your pop-out, cake cards, anything like that, you can do. This one here is another one where it's only the backdrop that's been used, popped a sentiment in the middle. This one using your concept cards, stepper cards, only the dragonflies, not the outline. Another one with your side stepper concept, only using the cake. So if I bring this one back in here, this is where it's just the cake that's been used. However, within this one, it's the cake and the outline that's been used as well. And then last but by no means least for these finished samples, this one here is only using the peacock, not the outline. But then, of course, you can use that on its own, use them both together, or just the backdrop.
Don't you get such a lovely variety of effects? You know, thinking about this, you've got 18, well, if you keep them in their pairs, you have got 18 options. So for each one, you've got 3 options. So you've got the outer, the inner, or them together.
Absolutely.
But who says you can't mix and match them around? So if you do it carefully, I'm sure there are other options where you can use one of the outers and one of the inners. So you're going to be able to mix and match them around perfectly.
And with these ones, you know what, I remember myself and Debbie Fisher talking about this a couple of weeks ago on Cartload. So, and you'll probably agree with me. A couple of years ago, with your dies, it was all about die cutting and embossing with the mat, because you had the embossed detail. And I think a lot of companies, us included, were kind of stemmed away from the embossing feature. It was all about the die cutting. What our dies have started to reintroduce is that embossed feature. So it really is worthwhile with this set here, die cut and emboss, because you're going to get a lot of embossed detail. If you do that with just the inner die, you get a really simple outline embossed detail. So if you want to freehand cut that, so it's then a 3D element, you absolutely can. But this one here, the butterfly garden, I'm going to use. I'm using a piece of our Centura pearl with a hint of gold, and I've cut this to 5 by 7. So if I only wanted to use the outline, I can just use that on its own. And I say outline, there's nothing simple about the outline there. You've got depth of detail. You can use that one just on its own. You can use the butterflies just on its own, but I am going to use both of them together. So I'm just going to line this up on my card, because I've made sure that my card is exact same size as my die. I'm going to pop that into the middle. If you are wary whatsoever about doing them both together, you can absolutely do them separately. But as I always say, as long as you tape it down nice and securely, it's not going to move, they're going to be safe. And then all that I need to do, although I've not got extra outline of card, I'm going to go in and then I'm going to then just tape at the bottom corners. So it's not going to move. I'm going to run this one through and then I'm going to emboss it afterwards.
Absolutely perfect. They are gorgeous though, aren't they? They just look so pretty. And I love that you've got that choice. You do. That variation of which one you can use.
Something so simple. It's about taking that inner feature as a separate element and you've got extra choice.
It's just about breaking it down into the component parts, isn't it?
It really, really is. Now what I like to do, if I just get my little embossing mat here, so let's get my A5 one just to the side here. So this is the way I always remember to emboss, because I know sometimes we get asked, oh, I can never remember the combination where you put the mat. This is just what I do. So I've not moved my plates, they've kept them the way they've come out the Gemini. So I always turn mine over. Now, of course, I've taped it down, so I'm just going to then take that one off. I like to put my embossing mat on, pop it back, flip it over, and then I remove my magnetic shim. This is the way that I always remember to do it, because sometimes I bring it out and I forget which side my emboss mat goes on. Doesn't matter how many times I emboss, you'll always get that brain freeze moment where it's like, oh, what way is it again? So that's just the way that I like to do it. Removing
Please do
all of
remember
these.
to take your magnetic shim out. Well, you don't have healthy results on your on your rubber mat, because the pressure will just be too much.
It will. And the thing is, if you were to, because the Gemini's got a lot of pressure, when I say, if you were to keep your magnetic shim in, I will tell you right now, it will annihilate your embossing mat. Absolutely annihilate it.
I found out the hard way. I got my machine. I decided, first time to use a machine, I could use that machine without reading the instruction manual. No. I thought I was better than the instruction manual, and clearly I'm not better than the instruction manual. And I learnt the very hard way. So it was like, yep, I've just had it delivered, but I had to ring the office and say, can you send me
another one?
Mat? Because I thought I knew best.
I know.
So now I've got a little swatch in my craft bag of a quick swatch with all my plate combinations on, just in case I forget.
That's it. And as I always say to everyone, there's not a concept, there's not a style, there's not a combination where you need the embossing mat and magnetic shim together.
No, they're welcome.
So remember it that way. There is not a combination where you need them together. It's either the magnetic shim or the embossing mat. Don't ever put them through together, because you will annihilate. And that's the only way I can explain it.
It does.
Is annihilate it because of the pressure.
Well, look at that, though. That looks good. So is that on some Centura Pearl?
So that was our Centura Pearl with a hint of gold. But if you want to use one with the silver, you can do. And what I've done, as you can see here, I've removed it from my die, and then I've gone over with my tool to take all the bits out. You could leave your die in place if you want to. The reason I've done it this way as well, sometimes some of you feel, and I get this, that if you remove it from your die, then go over with your tool, you're going to damage your die cut or your emboss or that. Absolutely not. Please do not worry. So if you've removed your die cut, you can still go over with your die tool, and then you can go over. It's not going to scratch it, it's not going to tear it. You know, be a little bit careful, but you can see I'm going straight over. I'm going to pop it out. And if you do use these two dies together, such as I have done now, what you've got is the body will stay in place. So we can lift that up. I mean, that is so pretty. Whereas, let's bring in a little bit of lilac underneath here. So you've got all that detail all the way around. And as I always say as well, when it comes to any die like this, foil press. You can use this on your foil press. Imagine foiling all of this detail, then maybe die cutting that separate and fussy cutting all the way around. You could do that. You might want to die cut that, then foil that into the middle.
Would look nice.
You can do that as well. So that is that one there.
That Centura Pearl seemed to change colour when you put the pink underneath.
Isn't it fab?
It just literally
really
lifted it and changed the colour of it. It just reflected back to that. Do you say it's lilac? Really beautifully.
Yes, So this one is actually from our 12 by 12 textures. But as you said there, just see how
it just seems to pick up the colours, doesn't it?
Compared to if I was to go in with a bit of black.
Yeah, that's quite cold, isn't it, when you've got the black underneath? But as soon as you put the lilac underneath, it just warms it up. It
really, really does. Yeah, it really does, actually, now that you've explained that, and I've just seen it. It really, really does. So that's given me that whole one. So what I'm going to do, because we've got Sharon, so I'm only on for, well, it's less than an hour now. What I've already done is die cut just this background die. So I've not gone in with the butterflies, just this die on its own, which then gives me, well, the same detail, without the centre.
That would go landscape as well, wouldn't it?
Of course it would.
Portrait.
Absolutely.
If you had a large sentiment that you wanted to put in the middle of there, that would look really pretty.
But where you've got your outline of your butterfly's aperture, that's what I was trying to think of. When you run it through an emboss, I'm not sure if we can we see the detail? See it? The outline of that embossed detail as well. So that gives you kind of like a faux matten layer if you wanted to, because what you could do, of course, if you put that back, use that as a stencil, ink it, and then if you were to die cut that separately, then fussy cut it, that gives you an instant matten layer. So this is where, as you were saying quite rightly, there will be so many other ways in which you can use them. But all that I'm going to do at the moment is I'm going to go in with my tacky glue and I'm going to attach that one to my lilac here, just making sure I don't put glue onto the base, and then I'm going to do exactly the same with this one onto here, and then we can start to finish off the card.
While you do that, let's say good morning to everybody.
Let's do that.
Let's see who's in this morning. Right, first up this morning was Carletta. Good morning, everyone. And Rhiannon from America.
Good morning.
No, she's Rhiannon, sorry, that's... is that Australia? It's Australia, it's me getting the flags wrong. We've got Christine Mahoney. Look, they gave me flags for the play your crafts right. Didn't help. Can I just say, didn't help at all. No, flags, no. We've got Stephen Nicole there. Now, he's in sunny Andover. Good morning, it really is sunny. Rhiannon says, what is the temperature at the moment? What's the temperature on the little thing on the dresser at the side here? There's a little thermometer.
There is, isn't there?
What's it saying?
21.5.
There you go, 21.5 in here this morning, so it really is starting to warm up.
Who needs Barbados when we've got Newton Aycliffe?
Exactly, yeah. Barbados, Newton Aycliffe. Who needs it? I don't know. We've got Linda Armstead from Maryland. Sandra Dundas says, Craig and Debbie's birthday on Tuesday, her grandson's on Friday and her on Saturday. Yay. Birthday full week next week. Well, happy birthday for Saturday, Sandra.
It's going to be good.
We've got Jana, I think that's how you say it. So she's from Finland. She said it's warm and sunny there.
Wow.
I've got a friend who lives up in Finland, and it seems to go from knee-high snow to warm temperatures really fast, really fast. We've got Jimmy saying, good morning, everyone, from a hot and sunny Spain. 34 already with 41. That's in Celsius forecast. Oh,
jealous.
Wow. I don't know where he is in Spain. It just says a hot and sunny Spain.
Johnny's shirt would be off, the beer would be open.
Yes. Even though it is only 11 o'clock in the morning.
The bag of Lay's would be opened.
It's just scary thought, isn't it? So good morning, everybody who's taken the time to say good morning. It's absolutely fantastic to hear from you. We'd love to see you. Please join in all day. We'd love to hear what you think of our Dawn Bibby designs when those come up too. Oh, apparently they're already really busy, and I've not even mentioned what they are. So keep having a look on the website and having a look at those. So yeah, absolutely fantastic. So where are we up to, Craig? Have you got those all? Oops, there we go. There we go.
Gone in there with, I just use my tacky glue. As I've said before, at home, the tacky glue is my choice of adhesive with any of the little intricate bits, but you can use your sprays or you can use your dotty tape runner if you so wish. And then another piece of Centura Pearl with a hint of gold, and I'm going to go in with only the butterflies this time, because what I'm actually going to do is going to add a little bit of colour, and then I'm going to, I was about to say fussy cut them. You don't need to fussy cut them. I'm just trimming the two butterflies out of kind of like their cardstock. I've lost my train of thought.
That was the word you couldn't think. I was thinking he wanted a really, really tough word there, and I was like, wow.
Yeah, no, I was trying to think of the word cardstock. Do you know, I sleep and dream about cardstock, and then when I come live, I can't even say it. Yeah. Apparently, I'm an expert. I can't even remember what the name of cardstock is, but it is cardstock. So, what I was a way to lead on to was let's gently pull these ones out. And then all that I'm going to do is I'm going to go around, and to make it easier for myself, I'm going to quickly snip the base and the bottom out. I'm going to do the same here. And then what I'm then going to do is I'm going to go just around the top of the butterfly, and I'm going to carefully just work my way around.
Tidy it up afterwards, yeah.
Tidying it up afterwards. Now, this is, for me anyway, the easiest way to do it, because you're getting rid of all that excess card. It's not getting in the way. Certainly for me, who prefers my little snippy scissors, you're going to find the easiest way for yourself. But for me, get rid of that excess cardstock so you can really get in there. Let's just pop these bits out. And then I'm going to do the same with this one. So all that I'm doing, within the centre of the butterfly, although there's not necessarily an embossed outline with the centre, it's really, really simple.
You can see, can't you?
You can.
You see where it naturally just...
I'm only leaving a couple of millimetres or so, just enough to create that outline. Let's take these little bits out here.
And I mean, the only reason you're having to poke those out is because it's Centura Pearl.
That's it.
Because it's got a coating on.
Exactly.
If it was just regular card, all those bits would have popped out.
And actually, that's a really good point. If you find your cardstock isn't coming out straight away or anything like that, it's nothing to do with the dye whatsoever. Like, as you said, you know, the higher the GSM quality of cardstock, sometimes it's going to stay in there because you've got that thickness. This is where your tool is. This is where your pokey tool comes in handy. If it does stay in, nothing wrong with it. Don't worry, don't panic. Just persevere just a little bit. Just take these little bits out.
Or run it through a second time if you're finding that. I mean, it's no hardship when you've got an electronic die cutting machine, is it? But I also think as well, because you're embossing, that also helps
to
get the bits out, doesn't it?
It really, really does. And it's something I actually do quite often. If it's a die that doesn't necessarily have a lot of embossed detail, I will actually do exactly as you've just said and run it through with the embossing mat, because that can help just to pop out the little bits. But I've gone round.
There? I thought at first it was pale fig, but it's not. It's a bit deeper, isn't
it? It is a bit deeper, and again, that is against the Centura Pearl with a hint of gold. It's actually crushed velvet, so it's actually deeper than what you would initially think. So I'm going to set them to the side. I've created my own easel. I did use my A3 Centura Pearl for this one. So to keep it as a whole, I've gone to 15 inches by 5.5, and then I've scored at 7.5 and then 11 1/4, which has given me my easel.
Yeah.
Another piece of cardstock, which is 5.5 by 7.5, basically the same as the back. And then I'm going to go in. I've got my tape already into place, because you know what I'm like. My choice is the tape, and making sure.
It's amazing, isn't it, when you watch how we all use a different adhesive, because we were just talking, we're going to do a little bit of a glue school on Monday, but that will be my view, and it could be completely different to your view, to Jan's view, to Leanne's view. It is such a personal choice to what adhesive you choose to use.
It is.
So it's not wrong. It can never be, as long as it sticks and adheres, it can never be wrong, can it?
Absolutely. You know, and we do incredible adhesives. And Leanne and so many of the team will shout about our Call All Purpose, which is incredible. It's just not my choice of adhesive. My choice is double-sided tape.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with it. You know, I'm not right, I'm not wrong. It is just a personal preference. Yeah. And as you said, it is personal preference. You use what you feel. Sometimes maybe it could be because of dexterity issues. You find it hard to take the tape off. So your glue with a little applicator, which has got a softer grip, might be easier for you. Tape runner might be easier for you. Just you go with what is exactly that and easier for yourself. So I've gone in with that top layer with the whole of the creator card. My base layer of my easel, I've gone in with just the outline. And then I've gone in with one of my sentiments from Vintage Butterfly. I chose that one because I've got the butterflies. Butterflies appear when loved ones are near. And this is what's going to be my stopper. So another piece of the lilac. And what I'm then going to do is, if I go in with my foam pads here to create a little bit of lift, And for something like this, you can go to absolute town on the detail and the embellishments if you want, but hopefully you'll see with this one, with a few added die-cut butterflies and the stopper, I'm not adding ribbon, I'm not adding gems or pearls, because you don't need to. You absolutely can do, but you don't need to. But just making sure that I've got my stopper where I want to. Once again, personal preference. Actually, if I can go at the side, Nicola, just so that I can show. So if you wanted it to be more flat, you know, have your sentiment, your stopper further down to the front. If you want it to be more proud, then just have it facing, you know, a lot more proud with your stopper further up. So once again, no right, no wrong, it's what you feel is personal preference. And then last but by no means least, I'm going to go in with my 2 die-cut butterflies, and I'm going to add it into place, only popping the glue where our body is, grabbing for a second or two, and then I'm going to go back in onto this one here, overlay, pop it over the top here, letting it grab just for a second, and then what I'm going to do is just making sure I get that extra pressure so that I don't pull it up. Pull both sets of wings up there and there. So we've gone from something that is very flat and can go into a flat envelope, but you've got incredible depth, not only with the easel concept, but you've got the butterflies. Keeping it simple, using the die cutting it twice, well, 3 times. And in actual fact, that showed you the 3 ways.
It did.
Both dies together, just the butterflies, just the outline, simple mat and layering up with some butterflies with inks, and that's it. And that's what you can create when it comes to these ones.
Absolutely gorgeous. I mean, there really isn't that much on there, but it looks stunning.
No, you're
and
right.
DIY Dream Wedding says so pretty. Carol says absolutely gorgeous. Craig. So, you know how we always say, oh, if you go to America, to Australia, it's really warm. Rhiannon says it's 9 degrees in Ballarat in Australia. That is cold. That is cold. I would, yeah. But I suppose if we're going into summer, they're going into winter, so yes, So Angela loves your pretty butterfly die. Oh, Jerry Johnson says, this morning I'll be making a birthday card for my husband. Jerry, could you make me one? My husband's birthday is next Thursday, and I haven't thought about a card. I am a bad wife, Rosalind, thank you, Rosalind, says, we appreciate all the instructions from you from all the different perspectives. It's lovely to be here and to bounce off with Craig. I did one with Debbie Robinson on Saturday, so it's lovely to be here.
Can I just say, we're lucky to have you here as well.
Thank you.
So lucky.
Oh, so Alison says she uses double-sided tape, but if positioning, I add some liquid glue to give me wiggle time. And Kathy just says, what was the measurements again? Basically, Craig worked round a 5x7 card base. So all of it was either a little bit bigger or a little bit smaller than that 5x7, which is the size of the dies. So, you know, for the easel, just double that length to 15 to get you, you know, that little bit bigger. So yeah, so all working around those. So if you do want these, just remember you've got that lovely price there of $81.85 or $95.75, saving you 20% on this, even though it actually only launched just literally a month ago. Don't forget we've got 2 for offer, so any 2 for £30 or $35. I just wanted to put that out just in case that big bundle wasn't what you wanted to go for. But we had to sneak this in. This wasn't scheduled to be on today, but we had to bring this in because it was so popular today. If you want to be making something like this, isn't this absolutely glorious? So this has been made by our Liam, did you say? Absolutely. And there's a blog post on there. It's already on, I believe. Isn't that absolutely good? I'm just trying to see how we've done that. Oh, yeah. But if you want to make these gorgeous flowers, then you need the dies. If you want these beautiful, I'm going to say papers, but that looks to me like it's the vellums on there and papers on the bottom of the box. If you want those, you need this collection. If you love this frame, you need the collection. So what are you going to get in this collection? I've got here. Now, this is, you've got an opportunity to get the full collection. We have already sold yesterday 70% of this collection. So you are going to have to be quick. But this completed collection, as the name suggests, contains everything in there. You're going to get your 12 by 12 paper pads. They are double-sided, they're multi-layered. You've got all this. Now I love how we're bringing out colours in here that you perhaps wouldn't expect. We've got some gorgeous blues, we've got some lilacs in here, colours that you might perhaps not associate originally with sunflowers. They are all in there. Look at that. Isn't that absolutely beautiful? So rich. Now we're going into sort of peachy colours again, but it looks beautiful. It is so, so pretty. You are already jumping on and loving this. We could sell this out. Oh, I went fast there. That one. I love that one. Isn't that absolute? If I was doing a scrapbook page, now if I was going over to my mum's in France in the summer and we'd got a picture of around the sunflower fields, that in the middle, all round there, that would be beautiful. Did I go a bit fast there? Sorry. But look at, again, bringing out those blues, those lilacs and those mauvey colours. Absolutely gorgeous. So that is your 12 by 12 paper pad. But then you've also got the exact same papers in a 6 by 6 format, which is what I love. Look at this, little bit of matte layering, a gorgeous sentiment down the centre, maybe cut out 1 or 2 sunflowers, and that is your project made. How about doing that one on an angle so it's a diamond, and then you've got that space running across the middle. So many beautifuls. And when we looked at that lovely one that again, look at that. I'd be turning that landscape and putting something down the middle. But the one, there you go, look at that. In 6 by 6, isn't that beautiful? You won't need much more. A little bit of something in the centre of there, and you don't. Oh, says Craig, you haven't looked at yours yet, have you?
Do you know what I'm thinking with that one as well? Is fussy cutting just the sunflower heads, and creating a real depth of frame. But yeah, mine's arrived this morning.
But think about it, if you're buying this collection, you might want to stick in some extra ones of those paper pads, because once they go, they go. Now we've also got the linen textured card, but it's also got, has it got a slight pearlescent finish to it? Look at that. Wow. I think that side's more pearlescent than this side. This side is more of your matte, and that side's more of your pearlescent. Absolutely beautiful. So you've got your yellows, you've got your little bit deeper yellows, not quite mustard, but getting there. Your peaches, you've got your lilacs. So those lilacs are going to go brilliantly with those papers. And then we're giving you 2 shades of green. We're giving you the lovely sort of traditional green, and then the deeper green as well. So you're getting all of those. And as already mentioned, vellums. Look at these. Aren't these beautiful? Such gorgeous quality is what I was trying to say. Quantity as well. Oh, look, my favourite one there. Look at that. And can I just show you something, a little trick I always think. Think about what you're going to put behind it. So if I grab yellow and put behind there, but this works if you do it with mirroring. It almost like puts a light behind there. But if I then change that and put my darker green, I'm going to get a completely different look. So think about what you're going to put behind your vellums, because whatever you use is going to give you a different look. These are gorgeous. So you're getting all of your vellums, and we're not quite finished. These are your consumables, and then you've got your foam, your flower forming foam. You're getting 4 different colours. You're getting the lovely sort of dusky green, you're getting the bright vivid yellow, you're getting the darker green, the sort of traditional grass green, and you're also getting your brown as well. You get 3 sheets of each of these. Now these are bigger than A4, they're 9 by 12 if I can remember rightly. So you're getting all of that. They are going to look fantastic with your sunflower dies, but whether you want to hand cut them and make roses, whether you want to make whatever you want to make, they're going to look beautiful. So we're going to give you some sunflower dies. These are going to work with your foam, just like we've got here. They're going to work with your cardstock, just like you've got here, and just like we had on this gorgeous box. Look at that. That box looks so perfect because of these dies. Now this one is so beautiful, and I did a demo with this yesterday. This is our multi-layering stamp. The stamps are numbered 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 to show you which order to put them in. We've also sort of got a little bit of a hint of what the best colours on the packet are to use. So you're going to be guided all the way. Then you have got this gorgeous sun-kissed wishes. I love this one. And yesterday I made a beautiful box just by stamping that all the way around the edge with that, or you can use this die here. We've got some gorgeous sentiments. Just a wildflower in love with the sunshine. Wild like a flower, warm like the sun. How perfect are these? Then we've got some more sentiments as well. Now this is going to give you your sunshine in a die format, and then we're giving you all the stamps that go with sunshine. So you could put sending sunshine on a cloudy day, sunshine and smiles, hello sunshine, you know, heart with sunshine. Oh, maybe, well, is there another one? Another one with that one? I'm sure there must be another one. You are my sunshine. Absolutely
my only
perfect.
sunshine.
Thank you, Craig. Then we've got that beautiful frame. Again, you saw that on the box. Now, this is really clever because I used this yesterday. These two stamps are linked, and these two frame elements are linked as well. So you know you're going to get your positioning right. Once you stamp them, you can cut them out, or you can cut out first. It's entirely up to you. But by giving you the flowers and the frame separately means that if you want to have a different colour frame to the outline of your flowers, you can perfectly. And the stamp sentiment is separate. So if you want to put one of your other stamps from here, then you can. Then we've got this gorgeous, gorgeous frame. This is our Sunflower Splendor. There is so much in this collection. This will cut out of your cardstock or into your cardstock. And finally, we've got our 3D embossing folder with 2 stencils. So you can, we can then be stenciling through the, inking through the stencil on top of the embossed image. So absolutely gorgeous. Now, if you want this, it only launched yesterday. 70% has gone, but we're going to give you a 20% saving on the price. So it is today, instead of £125, it is £94.99 or $122.55. Now remember, to get the free post shipping and handling on this one, if you are over in America, maybe put in additional one of the paper pads, and that's going to take you over that threshold to get you that free shipping and handling. But if you're a Club Inspire member, look at that price down there, £75.99 for all of this. All of this. Can you imagine when this arrives on your doorstep? $75.99 or $98.04. But please don't think about it for too long. Right, what we're going to look at now. Lattice folding. Oh, I haven't picked them up. There was too many in my head. Right. Now, apparently this is the best ever price on these. So we're going to give you 6 die sets. Now, I actually did a craft along with this one. It is absolutely, I've done lots of craft alongs. I seem to be coming in doing craft alongs all the time. But I love this. But what you've got is you get 2 dies in each set, a longer one and a shorter one. So you can be going around the edges, you can do borders, you can do so many things. So we've got 6 of these. Let me go this way up so I can read what's on the back. So you're getting 6 of these that should be $7.99 each. But today you can have them for £38.35 or $47.76. But again, it's going to drop down even further to £30.68 or $38.21. So you're going to get star. You can see why it's star when you see it cut out and folded. Really easy to do. You'll show us how to do these at some point today, will you?
I may just be going to do that next.
You might be doing that. Brilliant. You've got your double diamond, but I love this. You've got your double diamond, and then you've got your chevron. But these two would work brilliantly together, wouldn't they? Because they are the same, but
that's
like
true.
The single and the double, so you're going to get those. Always getting the longer one and the shorter one. You've also got your circle. I love the effect of this one. Can you imagine doing something like this Olympic time and everything? That would look lovely, colouring that in those beautiful colours. Then we've got our opulence, which is so, so pretty. Really easy to use, your 2 dies, and you've got those options. And finally, your double loop. So again, really interesting effect. If you start using these, everyone is going to be, oh, how did you do that? But instead of paying $7.99 today for each one of those, if you are a Club Inspire member, you're going to get that brilliant price down there of £30.68 or $38.21. Remember, this is the best ever price that we have done this collection on. I was just about to say over to Craig, but he disappeared. Are you back?
I'm here. I'm actually just minding my own business. While you were going over all that, having a look at my sunflower collection.
It's amazing, isn't it?
It's absolutely amazing until I've already opened up. I apologise for saying this yet again, but I'm going to say it. Linen is my favourite cardstock. I love the effect of linen, so I'm absolutely buzzing that we've got the linen cardstock within that collection. And you know what? I was actually even beavering away getting some ink pads for when Sharon comes on, because I'm going to go out there and I'm going to have a little bit of a play with my collection.
That would be great.
So I was getting some bits and pieces together. But yeah, so let's have a look at these lattice folding. Let's show you some finished samples before we dive straight in. And as you were saying, Corrine, how you can use them together within corners. You can use just the smaller or the larger one, extend them. Lots of fun that you can have. Nice to use them only as a border. If you want to go down your gatefold cards, you can be doing that one as well. But then think about all your Z-fold cards and that as well.
Oh, that's nice.
Think about where the strips of the dies would fit, because they're not overly wide. For instance, the one I'm going to use in a moment, the double diamond, is 2 inches in width. So anything where you've got 2 inches in width, you'll be able to use these ones.
But they just bring out all your other collections, don't they?
You
can see there your decoupage, your sentiments, all of those.
This one here, I know you weren't with us at the time. I'm not sure if maybe in a previous crafty life you'll remember seeing it on TV elsewhere. Sarah brought out a collection, nautical collection. It was actually just about over 3 years ago, not that long after I started. This would be a great one. I just think of the rings that you would get with the nautical, but you can use them in whichever way you so wish. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to tag team these with our cut-in sentiments that we're going to show throughout in Creative Cravens. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with our white multi-purpose cardstock. Cut this one to 6 by 6. These, I think, as well, would work really well for Father's Day. Mix them with the blues, you know, maybe the browns, the greens that I'm away to use just here. And I'm only going to use the larger one, but as you were saying, you've got that smaller one if you want. And then, you know, you can have it if you want it one way or the other way. All that will change is the direction in which you fold it, whether it's going to go at the top or the bottom, but you're still going to get that cool effect. So what I'm going to do within this one here is I'm going to go in so that my my points are to the top, and I'm going to guesstimate. I'm going to come in maybe roughly about 1 inch from the left-hand side. And what I'm also doing is, you can see I've kind of got my die so that is the same width or length or height of my cardstock here. And then all that I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with my plates. I'm just using my juniors because these will fit, of course. Run these ones through, and I need my magnetics. I was using my embossing before. Pop these ones through here, and then we're going to fold these ones over. You'll find if I bring in one of these finished samples here, so you'll see here, within this bottom one, you can see how it ends. So we've still got that gap, which is fine. That looks absolutely fine. But I'm going to show you a little kind of cheat, a little tease as to what I've done to continue that on. So what I can do is, if I remove this one out the way, carefully moving it. Now you'll have no pieces that release, nothing will pop out. It all stays in place there. And then what you've got within these ones, all these bits are die cut, but at each end you've got a little embossed line. So all that you can do, whichever way you're wanting to start, but I go from the bottom and then I go in, and then all that I do is just tuck them under. So that holds it in. So you don't need to have any adhesive, you know, you don't need to secure it down. If you wanted to, you can. There is absolutely no reason to. So I'm going in and I'm folding them back on themselves first of all, and then I'm going to go back, pulling it back, and then I'm going to go back to the bottom and just manipulate it, just pop it under, popping it under. So all I'm doing is I'm pushing forward the base one and bringing that top one to the back with my thumb, and manipulate it under and then under. And then there is the lattice folding.
Brilliant.
But as you can see, so if I refer back to this one here, I've got this little gap at the bottom here. Mine's is at the top here. So all that I am going to do This is just my little cheap. What I am going to do is just with my tacky glue, because obviously this one I've got nothing to hook it under.
Yeah.
So all I'm going to do is put tiny little bit of our tacky glue, and I'm just going to let that grab just for a second, because I like continuation. I don't always like just dead end stop.
Yeah.
I like that flow
it
to
looks
end.
a bit harsh sometimes, doesn't it?
It does. It really, really does. So all that I'm going to do is I'm going to trim that excess off there. Just get my glue just to grab just here. And then what we can do is we can then bring that one there. And then all that I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this one up. And then because of the positioning of it, it just fits perfectly. So I can go in. So that one would lightly tuck underneath there. And then that just continues it all the way down.
Perfect.
And if you were to snip these little bits off, it would still look really good. But as I say, it's just that little bit of continuation that I like. And if you wanted to die cut it separate, chop it out and then add it, you can. But it works really, really well. Only popping them under here. So pop that under. So you can keep it as simple or as complex as you want to.
Do you know, Craig, there is so much love coming in for our sunflower collection.
I'm not surprised.
Mary says, already this sunflower collection has become one of my favourites. Love the colours. I'm just hearing that virtually everybody is buying extra 12 by 12 and vellums, and the 6 by 6s. While you're doing that, on the mention of vellums, Paul said, good morning, what's the best fastener to attach vellum to paper? The first one I tried, I used dotty glue, and you can see the dots.
So what I do, for me, it's kind of all about hiding the adhesive. So either if I go to add maybe, say, gem or embellishment in the corner, I'll pop like 4 little dots, put my vellum on, and then pop my little adhesives to hide it. Yeah. Or what I'll do is, for instance, let's bring this one in just quickly. Say this is my vellum. So what I would do is I would go stick it on. I would add the adhesive onto that back layer here, and then hide the adhesive with my sentiment or my topper. So I would leave all the outside free flowing because it's vellum. It's that nice flow to it. So I'm hiding the adhesive underneath. That's what I do.
You can get vellum glues and vellum adhesives. But I think the best, like you said, the best method is hiding it.
Yes.
Is masking it. Try as much as you can. Even with the best vellum adhesive that you can get, you really want to be trying to find a way of masking the fact that you've got adhesive. It will be, you'll be happiest with the results. So yes, absolutely great. Great way. Now Mary says, what a great idea to add stencils to the embossing folder. I was using them yesterday. It's a brilliant way to do that. Tony Mims says, lovely papers. I like this. Sandra Dundas says, I thought about it all night, Corrine, and put my order in at 10:45 this morning. Well done, Sandra, because I don't know how, seriously, I don't know how long it's going to last, because we have already gone way over that 70% already. So Craig, I hope you can speed craft between the shows.
I know.
We want a demo, please.
You're
not going out sunbathing?
No sunbathing for me.
Yeah, we'll let you have a nice lolly if you can find one.
If I can find one.
If you can find one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll just try and stay hydrated with my flavoured water. Maybe have a nice lolly later on. Definitely no sunbathing, unfortunately. But what I've done there is I added some gems.
That looks pretty,
just down the centre there. And I am going to bring this one in that I've already done, because I've positioned them there on purpose, because I am going to position my sentiment in a moment. So what I'm going to do is, if I just take my foam pads off, keep it flat if you want to, by all means, of course you can, but I like having this lattice folding raised ever so slightly.
It does, it adds shadow, doesn't it?
It does.
And depth and dimension.
Yeah, and it's a good point to point that out. If you do raise, whether it's foam pads with glue gel, if you like that drop shadow effect, maybe you don't have time to do it, maybe you like the look, but you just don't like doing it, raising on a bit of foam pads or glue gel creates that natural shadow. So it's a nice little tip for you to do. Little bit of mint cardstock, 6 1/4 by 6 1/4. I'm going to raise that one up, and that's perfect view, as you were just on about, Corrine. You've got that natural shadow all the way around. So let's layer these ones up to finish off. So I'll not cut out my sentiment. I've already got that done, but I'll show you the one that I'm using. Now, even this green, as I was saying earlier, it could be blues, it could be crafts, anything like that. If you've already got these, nice little idea for maybe Father's Day, maybe used just for you or with love from the sentiments. But I'm going in 7.5 by 7.5 card blank, because I like my white frame.
Oh, that's a nice size border, isn't it?
So yeah, it's nice. It gives you that natural frame. You know, I always say, please don't be scared of white space. It can work. So I've got that one on there. Then using my sentiment dies that we've got coming up within Creative Cravens, although you will get them on the website now. What I'd already done, cut a piece. Once again, this is our multi-purpose, 6 inches by 1 3/4. And I've cut it so it's a separate sentiment. It's not a cut in as to what we'll show you later on. And then let's go in with another piece of this mint cardstock. This isn't a mint colour card from our ranges, but we do have mint Centura Apparel on the website. We've got like a Christmas green you might want to go for. But what I'm going to do is layer that one on, but only having a matting layer at the top and the bottom. I don't want it all the way round. So let's position that one on to here, press that into place, take my tape off here. Once again, matting layer, but only having
top and bottom again.
Top and bottom, just off ever so slightly. So let me just trim that and trim that. And then this is where I've already prejudged where my sentiment's going, hence the little gems. If I take my tape off, or my foam pads off, because I wanted a little bit more height with natural shadow, that can then go in. Now, of course, if you're doing it at home, you can work it so that you don't put your gems where they're not going to see them, so you're not wasting them.
Oh, that's pretty.
But popping that right across there.
What a lovely way to use that.
You know, really focus, although the thank you is quite proud at the front there, we are just focused on the lattice folding, but at the side there, instead of that sentiment, that could be one of your stamp sentiments, it could be another little sentiment, but changing it, you know, for just for you with love, or that could be a Father's Day card, change it into pinks, it could be, you know, for, well, whatever occasion, but this is your lattice folding, and then you can do different ones, showing you've got different styles, but yeah, they really are fun, really quite spectacular to use and see, but very, very simple to create.
Perfect. Now, if you want all 6 of these lattice folding dies, your platinum price is £30.68 or $38.21. We're going to have a look at those in a little bit more detail later this afternoon in our Creative Cravings from 6 o'clock onwards. But for now, we're going to say thank you to Craig. You'll be back in at 2 o'clock,
I am indeed.
So for our craft along. So yeah, absolutely fantastic to have had Craig. So we're now going to do a little bit of jiggery pokery. We're going to bring in Sharon from our Dawn Bibby, and she is going to show us those gorgeous, gorgeous collections. So we have got the Road to Siam and the Oriental Escapades. So while we have a look at that, we'll let you check out. And if, like Alison, you thought you had enough of the consumables, but I'm afraid I convinced her that she needed more 6x6 pads, even though she'd already bought the extra 12x12s. And Bellum, now is your time to pop your order in. So we'll see you on the other side of this VT with all things Dawn Bibby.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters' companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% of your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £1, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Quick Buy, all your crafting must-haves in a flash. Draw, decorate, and customize your world with the colorful Spectrum Noir acrylic paint markers. Each premium paint marker gives opaque coverage on ceramic, glass, wood, and let's not forget paper, cardstock, and canvas. These versatile markers are filled with highly pigmented premium water-based paint, offering beautiful, rich, and smooth coverage. The colors can be blended together, and the fast-drying opaque paint is ideal for layering. A 3mm bullet tip offers smooth strokes, and a precision valve mechanism allows rich and consistent flow with no clogging. Quick Buy, all your crafting must-haves in a flash. Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products with live tutorials and demonstrations. Join our family of craft experts where fun happens every day.
Quiet. The neighbours.
I'm all out of Zoom. I'm so lost without you. I'm not singing.
Lisa, if you email in, don't send a picture of your air fryer. Make sure it's something creative.
Get creative and craft along. With our amazing deals, your next craft project is just a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week, or you can watch us on Catch Up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook, or our YouTube channels. You can chat to us, craft along, and meet new friends by joining our online crafting community.
You entertain us, you give us a community to talk, in the chat. That wouldn't happen without you guys. It's like Crafters Companion is magical. There's magic here.
Joy, there's not a dry eye in the studio here. Debbie's welling up, I'm welling up.
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. Crafters TV, create every day.
And welcome back. I was just looking at the video thinking we need a new one. Everybody looks so different. They're telling me that it's going to be a... Debbie's got reddy brown hair. Joe looks nothing like he looks now. He's much slimmer now. So yeah, I think we need a new video. Definitely. There we go. And yeah, I don't know whether they'll put me in it. Probably they will when they realise the clip where they realise I got my dress on inside out. Maybe that was maybe that will be the one. Maybe. Right now we're going to talk all things Dawn Bibby with the wonderful Sharon.
Hello,
We've
hello.
never worked together before.
We haven't.
No,
We've
this
seen
is
each other in a former
yes.
passing, but
Yes.
not together. Yes,
Exactly.
that's lovely.
It's amazing how small that world
Yes.
is and how everything
Yes,
comes back together.
absolutely.
Right, you've brought us two fantastic collections, haven't you? So
Yes.
we're going to look in a minute. We've got our escapades, our Oriental escapades. But the first one we're going to look at here that we've got in front of us is our Road to Siam. Aren't these beautiful?
They are absolutely stunning.
So is this the newest collection?
This is the newest one, yes.
Yeah.
So it's a bit of a story through the Orient, travelling through the Orient. So the Oriental Escapade was the first collection,
Right.
and then the Road to Siam is taking you down the road to Thailand. But they will both interchange, so
Yeah.
you can mix and match and use them alongside each other, and you'll see that as we go through the day.
Right, that's perfect. So we've got all of the dies. So it says 5 die sets. Let me see. Let me put those there.
Yep.
You've got 2 stencils and you've got a beautiful paper pack. So shall we have a look at these as we go? So first of all, we have got our Buddha die. So you've got 6 different dies in here. Oh, you've got the board.
I
so you
have
can
got
show
a
us
board
where
there.
to
If
go.
I just hold that alongside,
There
shall
we
I?
go.
Is that
so
okay?
we can have a look at
Yeah.
that. So you can see, look at that, and can you see how it not only cuts, but it embosses as well? These are absolutely beautiful. I love the flowers. So these are like our, they're like all welded together, but they're actually cut out separate flowers, which is really clever.
Yeah, so you've got a lot of flowers on there, haven't
Makes your crafting
you?
so much easier, doesn't it?
Definitely.
Then we've got our dragon He is beautiful. Look at that, and look at this. I'm just thinking how you could paper piece that one and get all the colours involved in
and
there.
also when I was here last time, we had the Jubilee collection, and I've been using him with the castle for like little boys' cards and things as well. So. And I know this is Nicola's favourites. She clocked this morning. She said she loves the dragon.
It's gorgeous. And I loved all the extra pieces that
Yes, so you've got the fire. You can have the fire coming out of his mouth. You've got the little symbol there as well. So great for little boys' cards, I think, too.
So then we've got our tiger edger. So this is an edger die, is it?
It is. So if you have a look at the board, you can cut into your card base, or you can cut it out like we've done on card here, and I'm going to do a demo with this later this afternoon. Or you can just cut round that tiger as well.
Yes.
So it's quite versatile, this die.
Out, wouldn't
Absolutely,
it?
yes.
Gorgeous. But that just
He's
looks
stunning,
like
isn't he?
Coming out of the card. You can't see so much on the die, but I wanted to show you them so you can see. But you can see how all the way down that side, look, it's just there, and the detail. Just imagine cutting that out with putting your colours behind, or maybe paper piecing it in. If you've got something like our paper piece release sheets, it's going to cut it out and hold those pieces that you can then piece those back in. Perfect. Next one, orchid. Now everybody knows I love my flowers.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, I'm all about the flowers. So again, we've got some of these dies where the dies are linked together on the metal, so you're not going to be losing. Because if you look at this, some of these are quite small, and this is where I would be dropping those dies.
Yeah,
you don't
I
need
would
to
too.
worry. They're all linked together. They're sort of welded together on your dies.
Yes. So where your finger is, Corrine, on the top one, that whole die is going to cut out the 3 pieces you need to make that size orchid.
Yeah.
Which for me is a game changer because, like you say, you're not going to lose the bits.
You're not.
You know, those 3 elements are what you need to create that flower.
I'm sure people don't believe it. Every single time I craft at home, every single time, a die goes on the floor.
Absolutely.
And I'm on the floor,
Absolutely.
scrabbling under my trolley, under the box of paper, has it gone in the bin? I never fail to drop one at some point. So
Exactly.
That's perfect.
Exactly.
And the next one we've got, the last die, is our temple die. Isn't this beautiful?
This is stunning. Nicola's saying she loves this one too. It's a really huge, I always do this the wrong way around, Corrine. I always do this the wrong way around. Mirror image.
Yeah.
It's a really, really big die. If I just put my hand there, you can see just how large that temple is. And then you've got the pathway leading up to it as well. And then you've got your little trimmings, your little pots, almost like little bonsai trees as well.
Exactly. We went to Kew Gardens just a couple of weeks ago, and there's a gorgeous Oriental temple in there.
Lovely.
There's like the tea house as well.
Yeah.
This has just given me all those sorts of vibes in there.
Perfect.
There we go. Oh wow, we've been on here, what, 7 minutes, and approaching 10% of the stock has gone already of this bundle. So yeah, just keep going, keep going, keep going. Now you're going to get 2 stencils. Now these are going to give you the most, go that way, there we go. There we are. Most beautiful backgrounds, aren't they? Absolutely gorgeous. So you've got one that's a little bit more detailed and one that's a little bit more open. I'm looking, is that more your orchids?
Yes, so this is your orchids, which is beautiful.
And
We've got another one that's
tile
cherry
as well.
blossom coming up, and this is like a tiled floor, reminds me of, you know, like in an old, almost like a Moroccan kind of tiled floor as well. So
absolutely
I think these 2 stencils you're going to use with lots of other things, not just this collection.
And you don't have to use it all. If you look at that, what are they, 5x7? Looks something like that. 5x7, so just use a little element or a corner. It's entirely up
Actually, I think
to
they may be A5, actually, Corrine, might be a bit bigger. Yeah, I think they're A5, so. But these are a heavyweight stencil, so you can put them through your Gemini and emboss with them.
I was actually looking at that.
Yeah.
It's got a sheen to it. I know it's in the plastic bag, but it's actually, you can actually see these are thicker than some stencils that you would get. So yes, you can emboss with these.
You can, run them through your Gemini emboss, bricks and stencil paste, everything. It's so versatile.
Now, the next thing you're going to get, so we have got 24 sheets. Now this is 260 GSM, so we've got 80 designs, so you're going to get 2 with 2 full designs and 3 of each design. So if we look at these,
that's stunning, isn't it?
Look at that.
That foiling is exquisite on there, isn't it?
And then you've got some that aren't foiled. So you've got different colourways of each design, is that right? Am I seeing that?
Yep, so you're getting 3 of each of the 8 designs, I believe.
Absolutely gorgeous.
I love that. Again, that kind of goes with the tile. You've got the wave pattern there.
Yeah. Oh, I like that colourway. Isn't that absolutely
That's
gorgeous?
nice too,
now,
isn't it?
This price that you're seeing on the screen is for the complete collection. So this is £79.13 or $114.74. But again, that's going to drop down even further if you are an Aspire, a Platinum Aspire member. So you're going to pay £63.30 or $91.79. Now we have got all of the elements individually if that's how you want to do. Pick and choose and make the bundle that you want. But just remember, you're going to get the best value today if you buy the full collection. Apparently, these stencils are going mad individually. You're loving these. So here we have some samples.
Yeah, just showing you a couple of samples. So this has gone down the traditional kind of colours that we think of the Orient, the blacks, the reds, the golds. But then what about bring the blues in?
Oh, wow.
So that's using one of the background papers with that dragon. Like you said, Corrine, you know, back it onto another piece of card. And that really, really shines through. These are the little fan elements as well. So this is a mixture of the Siam and the Oriental, because you'll see that these fans are coming up. So this is what I'm saying, it will mix and match together to create stunning cards. There's that beautiful dragon again that Nicola loves. It's really, really gorgeous.
I do like that.
And then the Buddha here. So again, just mixing up the colours with the stencil.
Like a window, doesn't
it does, it does. The stencils are just phenomenal. Another one here with the stencil in the background. So embossed, and then put gilding wax over the top as well to really bring that to life. And then
I love how we use the flowers to add an extra decoration.
Yeah, absolutely. Really, really pretty, isn't it? And then the girls have done some stunning mixed media pieces as well. So this is that tiger that's then been snipped down, and then with those lovely orchids on as well. Isn't that beautiful? As a nice...
I think they want you to do that as a demo.
Oh.
That is beautiful.
This is not one of my samples, Johnny.
So that's what's that? Stenciling
so
paste.
This is stencil paste. Looks like she's put glitter on as well. I think this is one of Ellie's. And then just black paper, but using the gilding waxes and things over
like
the
metal,
top.
Doesn't
it does, absolutely. Another one there with the stencil paste. Just so many things you can do with this. It just brings this collection to life.
It blends in, but then it just pops out, doesn't
it? It does.
So,
and I must just show you this one. I think they're going to go mad for this in the gallery. A frame there, just upcycling some of, for home decor pieces as well. It's really beautiful.
You've got the dragon down here. So this, I'm touching this. This has been cut out multiple times and layered up to give that strength.
Almost creates a chipboard then.
And then look at the tiger by putting the orange behind. He just pops, doesn't he? And look at the orchids inside. They are beautiful. That stencil, putting the paste through. Wow, every time you look at that, you're going...
You can see different things, don't
when
you?
You see things like that, you see how brilliantly this collection has been put together.
Exactly.
Because that's when you see... Can I just show? Look at this
around the box as well,
Let me just show you. Look, the level of detail by putting... So I'm not sure what that is. That looks to me like it's just been die cut. The die cuts have been stuck on.
Yes.
And then just inked over the top. Absolutely.
And the shaping in those orchids as well just brings them to life, doesn't it?
Keep hold of that really carefully, otherwise I think you won't go home. That's all I can say.
I think that was one made from our Julie, so I will guard that, Julie, don't worry. Don't worry.
So that is the Lotus Siam. That's a complete collection. Remember, this is our the second sort of episode in this story, and we've already gone past that 10% mark now, so you're going to have to be quick with this, because I think once Sharon starts demonstrating it and you see the wonderful things you can do. Now apparently this one is the original collection. This is the Oriental Escapade. You've not seen this, but you've already bought 10% of this already. And again, apparently, every time this has appeared here, it has sold out.
Yes.
So you're going to save over 15% on this one. So instead of paying £102, which is what all of these elements should cost, you're going to pay £83.99 or $128.34. But look at that platinum price, $67.19 or $102.67. That is phenomenal value when you see
That
this.
is an amazing price.
I know. I've not got this. We'll flip through these quickly and then we'll spend some time on the samples.
Yeah.
So you've got your koi carp, look at that. And you've got the water ripples, you've got the lilies. I think if you just were looking at the previous collection thinking, oh, I saw a bit there, still a bit there, you'll probably start seeing them in this collection.
That's really good for men's cards, that one as well. You know, lots of people collect fish, don't they? Have the massive ponds and things. So,
exactly.
yeah, really good.
Yeah, you've got your pagoda. Absolutely. Yep. Or is it like a tea house, isn't it? I think is another name for it.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Or temple.
And then look at that, the crane. Absolutely beautiful. He's a stunning. He's going to be the centre of your project.
Yes,
he's really good.
And that little coin as well is really useful for adding. Are you getting a funny noise as well? Yeah, it's not just me.
Right, then we're on our own now because we've lost the gallery completely. So yeah, you're going to have to. It's Sharon and I now. Right, you've got the cherry blossom, which is so pretty. You've got the branch, and then you've got the flowers as well. And oh, there's so many in here.
There is.
We've got 7 die sets in here. So it's this one.
This is another edger. Yes, this is your geisha, however you want to say. I have
so
just here. Look at this, just in black. Just in black. How stunning does it look?
Isn't that beautiful? So look, you can see, when you look, you can see the dress, you can see the fan, everything just sort of, you've got to sort of look at that to work out all of the elements. Look at that, she's there, look, and there's her head, and there's that beautiful like umbrella behind
so
her.
This one has been snipped into to create that side.
So pretty. Then we've got another edge, which is
this
cherry
one,
blossom,
which has been used on the side there.
And
so that's really pretty. Almost like a doily effect, isn't it? This one.
Beautifully out of the craft the mirror card as well.
Yeah, absolutely do.
So pretty.
Really lovely.
Then, oh, look at this, the embellishment. All of those fans, the bunting, the umbrellas, aren't they? The lanterns. So pretty. And we just keep getting in between.
I like that,
I like that one. Yeah, that's what we're here.
She's got lots of favourites as well, Nicola.
And then you've got your paper pack. Now, let me just show you this. I'm going to pop that one down. There we go. So you have got, let me just turn this over so we can see. So again, it's 24 sheets, 260 GSM, 8 designs with 3 of them are foiled. Look at the colours. So I love the colour palette in this one.
Again, not traditional, you know, very subtle. Yeah.
Look at that.
But the foiling comes back into this as well. That goes really well with the fish, as a watery kind of background, as does this one.
And then,
yeah, Nicola's got another favourite by the sound of it.
Look at that for your background. Oh, the stalks.
Yeah.
And then we're back round again.
So you get 3 sheets of each again. Yeah.
And 3 of the designs have foil, so 5 of them don't, but they are absolutely stunning, absolutely gorgeous. I mean, if you want to foil the ones that aren't foiled, I was showing you yesterday, just get your glue pens.
Yeah.
We've got a brilliant deal on the 3-pack glue pen today. So so
good idea.
Add foil as well.
Good idea. Shall we have a quick look at some samples? So a little hanger there that Ellie's done, again, mixed media. So that was the lanterns that you were just showing.
You could be putting a name on there.
Yes, lovely idea. So you've got the lanterns and the cherry blossom. I love this one. So you've got the edger die just tucked behind there in white, and then again Ellie has put the lanterns and the cherry blossom over the top there with a nice inky background. That's really pretty. Again, using the edger die just down the side there. So when you open it there, how pretty does that look just on the side of the card there?
Again, it's almost stepping away from that Oriental feel, isn't it?
Yes,
but still
because this is very pretty and floral, you know, so it's very versatile, this collection. Using those edges down each side of the card with the umbrellas there, sorry, the fans, not the umbrellas on that one. Doing a little scene as well, you know, for a bedroom. That's really cute as well. And I think a lot of these dies, I'm going to do it in the first demo, just by cutting them in black as a silhouette, they look absolutely stunning. Love this one with the fans again, and adding a little tassel, you know, if you've got tassels in your stash.
Oh, everybody's got all sorts of bits.
Oh, exactly. Yeah, my stash is Needs sorting out, Corrine, really.
So that's me using that cherry blossom branch.
Yes.
And then there's gorgeous lanterns.
Yeah, so you can layer these up, you know, to your heart's content, make really beautiful cards. Love this one as well. Again, going into your blues and your pinks there, again with those tassels. We've got the crane. Could be for a new baby card as well, you know. Again, all those stunning flowers there. This was the one with the coins down the side. So these make really good accent pieces on all of your cards. And going back to traditional colours with those fish. So that comes with an inner and an outer die that you can then back that onto a different colour, just to show there.
Can I just ask you on that? So Kerry says, will the dragon and koi fit on a 5x7 US cardstock? Well, that's about 5x7.
So that's slightly bigger than a 5. So she wants to know if the fish and...
The dragon.
The dragon.
The fish would. Is it dragon on the other collection?
We've got dragon here.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, they will. Yeah.
Yeah, perfect.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yeah, and then just last one, again, another mixed media in those gorgeous colours
Wow,
there.
that's a
Isn't that
lovely
using the
piece of
stencils
mixed media.
too.
Wow, wow. So we've got so much loving this. Rosalind says, the Road to Sam, what a beautiful collection. Oh, Rachel, who's on social today, said she loves that Buddha. Claire loves the dragon. DIY Dream says, amazing, doesn't look like paper, doesn't it?
No,
It
no, it
looks
doesn't.
like
That's
much
true.
more.
Yeah.
Tina says, I haven't got it, but the pagoda is one of my favourites. Lilycraft says, wow, some brilliant samples. And Nye says, wow, so glad I made it because I get first peek at this Dawn Bibby collection. These are refreshingly gorgeous. So, yeah, thank you for joining us. These are brilliant. Sharon is going to go and do a demo. We might get one or two in before we have our break.
Thank you.
So thank
I'll
you
see
for
you
that.
tomorrow.
That's absolutely brilliant. So if you are wanting either of these collections, I think you're going to have to be quick because without any demos, you are loving them. People are buying them both because they complete the story. When you're looking at them, if you're looking at one collection then the other, you're going, I want that bit from that and I want that bit for that. Remember, all the parts are on the website individually. If you think, all right, I want one collection, but I want to add in, I don't know, the Buddha or the cherries. Now, there are some extra stencils for the Oriental escapades that you can add to that collection online, but you're going to have to be quick to get those because those numbers are very, very limited. So if you do want the Oriental escapades, remembering that was the first collection sort of in this story, then the price is on the screen and that is $83.99 or $128.34. And again, by buying it as a bundle, you're going to save 15% on your sort of individual prices. And I believe this is the first one you're going to demo with, is it? Perfect, absolutely gorgeous. Right, let's have a look at that. I'm fascinated.
So, I've got a piece of Dawn stamping card here, which is going to fit onto an 8x8 card. I've also, just with one of my circle dies, just cut myself a little mask there, which is going to go just with a little bit of low-tack tape on here, just so I don't move it. And then we're going to put some colour on there. So we're going to create like a little sunset. So I'm going to start with some orange over here. You like my brushes? They like my brushes.
The brushes. I've seen there's quite a lot of companies are doing those now, aren't they?
Yes.
They are so useful because you can't put too much pressure on because the head sort of
exactly
has a resist because it's got a handle, so it won't. You know, you don't.
Yeah.
Put too
So
much
you
pressure on
can like I am here. I'm building up the colour, so I'm going back. But a lot of ladies say that once they've started to use blending brushes, you know, it takes their crafting to another level, really. So I'm then going to go in with a bit of purple. We're going to have a bit of a night sky going on here. And I'm going to keep this mask because we're going to use that later to create another card. So I'll just take that little bit off there. Going down into our purple. On there. And then we'll go for blue as well. So you're just going to have so much fun with all of these dies, I think. It's all about experimenting, isn't it, Corrine? And having fun, and at the end of the day, it's a bit of paper.
Yeah.
So, you know, if it goes wrong, you can die cut it, you can paint over it, you can ink over it.
Yep.
We always say stick a butterfly on, don't we?
Exactly. But this time it might be a dragon on, stick a tiger on, stick a bonsai on. You know?
Nicola was just saying stick a dragon on.
So, I mean, everyone is loving this. Nye says, wow, doesn't that look amazing? Wow, that's just like cloudy, isn't it?
It is. So I'm just going to, sometimes I freestyle when I'm demoing. So I've just decided.
So this is nothing like what you planned to do beforehand. Okay.
So I'm using the stencil now just because I thought I'm using the cherry blossom from the Oriental.
One of the stencils that you can pick up individually. There, we'll put the details on the screen for you. Look at that. $4.99 or $7.24. Brilliant price there if you are a platinum member, but please be quick. These are individual because there wasn't enough to actually be able to put them into the bundle. So numbers for these are extremely limited if you are like it. Wow, I love that. That is so pretty. Are you using the same colour ink, or are you using...
I am, yes. So because I've used just as subtle in the background, just a little bit stronger ink on the top coming over, and I'm actually I'm really freestyling now and just going into the actual centre really as well.
If you think about, if you actually thought about a sunset, you might have a branch coming over the edge.
Exactly.
Edge,
yeah.
Wouldn't you?
Absolutely. So I just finish off at the top there.
10% of that one has already gone because, yes, you're loving those. But go and have a look. There's a whole range of stencils. Again, limited numbers, but there's a whole range of them there.
So I've just got a few of the flowers from the cherry blossom as well, and there's different sizes on these. I'm not re-inking my brush. I'm just going to use what was on my brush, just to give a little bit of a hint of colour. So some people are, you know, don't know what to do to colour die cuts and things. This is just such a simple way. Just run your brushes over, and it kind of gives almost that watercolour effect as well, doesn't it?
It does.
When you're using your inks on.
You know it's going to match your background perfectly because those are the inks that you've used.
Exactly. What I also like to do is do an inky background like this, just on a piece of paper, and then die cut the flowers too. That's another nice way of coordinating your flowers. So if we just pop these onto our shaping mat, give them a little bit of a shape here. And again, this just brings your die cuts to life. So, you know, we have people watch all the time who are beginners, who watch Facebook Lives, who watch on TV. So just by shaping your die cuts brings them to life.
It really does.
And makes them look, they look like natural flowers then, don't they, Corrine, as well?
I very rarely use flower dyes flat, very rarely. So, Nye says the mixed media possibilities are just awesome with these collections, and I think you've shown us that with those finished samples.
They are stunning.
Gilmore says, hello Corrine, Sharon, CC team and Crafty Peeps. What an amazing collection that Sharon has brought to us. It really is. Oh, Jackie Seaton says, I absolutely love the Road to Siam collection. And Nina says, great cards, sending love from Nina and Melissa.
Ah, now Nina and Melissa have helped me prep some of these demos, bless them. Melissa in particular did lots of die cutting for me last week. So I'm bringing in the little stone path there. I'm just going to check where I want that to be. Yeah, so that's going to be my little sort of path up to the temple. And then I'm just going to trim that from the back there.
Also, I'm looking at that.
Yeah,
so
I've got Craig's cards.
It's actually embossed on the path as well, isn't it?
It is,
it's hard to
yes.
see from this distance on the black back, on the black even.
That's
but
right.
It actually embosses the detail of the path.
It does. So that's where you can then use all your gilding waxes and things, Corrine, to then highlight that deboss effect. So we're then going to bring in our gorgeous I'm calling this a temple. And that's going to go behind on there. Just get the tape off my hand because we'll get stuck up.
The die set says it's the temple die set, so I think you're using the right terminology.
Lovely,
there.
good. So then we have got an 8x8 card. I'm just going to clean my board.
Yeah, otherwise you're going to end up with an orange 8x8 card.
Well, and there's a bit of glue on there, so we don't want to get stuck together, do we? So, and I use such a lot of black cardstock because then I think it just makes the colours pop.
It does,
I would say black is probably my the cardstock that I go through most frequently because I love it for the Oriental, but also for vintage cards as well. I think it just makes it look classy and pops. So that's now on my black background. So that's going to go on to there. And, losing one of my plant pots. And then we're going to sort of dress this up a little bit. Okay. So on the die sets, you've got these little pots in different shapes. So we've got the tall pots here.
Die sets.
That's right, yep. And then the smaller longer pots on there. And then I've got, this is what I was calling like the bonsai trees. I think they're really cute as well. So you've got two different sizes of those. Again, just cut in black. So what we'll do is, this is where the fun starts, where you start
this is
playing.
Where that's so much more personal, isn't it?
Yeah. So we'll pop our little pot there with our little bonsai tree in. It's one plant I think I've never owned, a bonsai tree.
No, I've never owned it. I don't think I would be trustworthy with a bonsai tree. Yeah.
I can just about cope with a Christmas cactus. That's what I can cope with. Because they don't need much water, do they, cactuses?
No. I bought myself a new peace lily on Sunday. See how long that lasts.
The thing is, in this weather, they need so much water, don't they, as well? It's just remembering to water things.
And hubby's so busy watering all the pots and hanging baskets outside.
Yes. Oh, I'm not very good with hanging baskets, no.
Oh. Now look at that. That just adds to that. As soon as you put those two on the front, to me, that temple has gone back. It's sort of gone back into the card, hasn't it? So you put your perspective there. And
that's right.
Yes. Add all the layers.
And then we can add another little pot here. And then these are like little kind of bushes or topiary bushes. So I've just put 3D foam on the back of those just to give a little dimension. Tell you what, I'll just put some glue on the back of that. That will do the same job. So that can then come and sit in the front here. Makes you want to go and sit there, doesn't it, with a cup of tea, just sit outside there and enjoy the gardens.
It's beautiful.
In the sun, watch the sun go down.
Peaceful and tranquil, isn't it?
Yes, definitely.
Very much.
So we'll then add this one along here. Whoops. Just hold
all
that
of these
there.
are from the temple die set that is part of the road to Siam.
Yes, and then I'm going to bring in these beautiful branches from the cherry blossom. I think these are from
so
these
that's
ones.
From the Oriental escapades.
Yeah. So I am sorry. I'm swapping betwing the two collections.
I think that shows people how they do mix and match.
Absolutely.
And we're finding that people are going for both, or buying the one collection and then adding in their favourites from the second collection.
Yeah.
If that is
because also, like we said with the florals, if you think, well, I'm a flower person, I like to make cards with flowers. I'd be going for the orchid and the cherry blossom set. And making some really stunning floral cards with those. So chopping from the back again. Take that bit off there, and then I'm not sure if this is from the cherry blossom or from the orchid, Corrine.
I'm just looking.
Another little branch.
Where's the orchid? that little branch. Oh yeah, that's from the orchid die.
That's from the
definitely.
orchid, right,
Absolutely.
thank you. So I'm going to bring in some smaller branches in this corner here.
Pammy
Just
says this
up
is
here.
very pretty. Jill says I'm really loving this, how beautifully different. Tracy says, hi Sharon, lovely to watch you live on TV on big telly.
Oh, I know who that is. That's Trace Davey. Yeah. She always casts me to her TV, so she always says, I watch you on the big telly.
Oh, brilliant.
Rather than watching on the small screen, bless her. So then we're going to just finish this off now with our little flowers.
What about the little flowers?
Yes, yeah. And then we can just pop those now
Wow, doesn't that just make
on
it
our
add that
branches.
little bit of colour?
Yes. So I'm just going to add just here and there, wherever you fancy. You can layer these up as well, these flowers. So you
Yes.
could do like a double flower on there. So just
You
a
could put a
mix.
little gem in the centre.
Yes,
or
you
little
could,
pearls,
yeah.
You know, all those sorts
Yeah.
of things would be brilliant too.
So this looks like you're kind of looking through the garden
doesn't it?
to the temple.
It's all about that perspective and dimension. So
Yeah.
yeah, you can see we've got the bonsai trees, the branches at the front, and you know that once you walk through that gap, you're going to be there at that temple.
Absolutely. And just to finish off the centres, I've got some of Dawn's 3D pearl accents.
There you go, that's yeah.
So, which doesn't want to work for me at the moment. Let's just try it on here. We may have to just... I did poke through all these this morning, but they've decided to...
Oh, it's very hot and it does
Yeah.
jam up very quickly. It's locked
I'm
up.
loving this fan though. I've turned it back to me. I had to turn it away because it was messing Craig's hair up, bless
Yeah,
him. So
apparently yeah, he needed it.
he wanted it not facing him so that his hair
There you
would...
go, they're coming out now, lovely.
So just a little dot of that just in the centre. So you could add gems, but I
could
thought I
go
would
whichever
just
you want.
add a little piece of that. And there we have our
Wow.
sunset
That
temple.
is absolutely gorgeous. So most of that has come from our Oriental escapade, but you know, with little bits of our road to Siam. So which one should we look at first? We look at road to Siam. Which one? Oh, I'm over here. I'm over here. Right. So it's road to Siam. Well, I'm going to use the boards because you can see them a little bit better. So first of all, you're going to get your temple. Can you see that? And there. And can you see, this is what I was saying, the road is actually all embossed down there. Then you've got the little pots that Sharon was using and all those bonsai trees. Next we've got our Buddha. Isn't that amazing? Look at the embossed detail on there. And again, remember, if you remember those flowers, they sort of cut it out as one piece of metal so that it makes it so much easier. You've got the gorgeous dragon. Have I got him the right way up? I can't see what I'm looking. Oh, there we go. Let's go that way up. So the head is at the top. I'm not sure which way up it's supposed to go. But there we go. I think it will go either way, won't it? We can have the head at the top or the bottom. That depends whether he's coming towards you or going away. Then we've got our tiger. Now this is amazing. This is an edge die. So this is beautiful. He's definitely coming out of the page towards you, isn't he? Then you've got your orchid, and remember, as Sharon was saying, when you cut these out, the bits that cut out in one piece make up a complete flower, and then you've got the extra bits there. And then you've got your cardstock. So remember, this is a 24-piece pad. Let's take that one down. So you've got 8 designs. 3 of the 8 are foiled. Now look at that. Look at that cherry blossom and those gorgeous swirls. Then you've got these gorgeous, beautiful designs. Maybe a little bit different colourways than you might have been thinking of, but they're all going to work beautifully. They are so pretty. This is all 260 GSM, so it's construction weight. It's going to be perfect for your mats and layers, but absolutely going to work perfect to sort of enhance all of those dies. So that one was your road to Siam. I can't remember which samples go with which, so we'll maybe do that in a minute when I've got Sharon. No, that just completely confused me. So there you go, you've got your price on your screen for your road to Siam, so you get all 5 die sets, your A4 paper pack, And oh, you get your stencils in there. I didn't show you the stencils on that one, sorry. And then the 2 stencils as well on there. So you get that lovely tiled one and also the orchid background, which is beautiful. So today's price for that one is £79.13 or $114.74. So that is absolutely perfect. So that is going to save you over 10% on the individual prices. But don't forget to go and have a look at all of the other stencils on the website, because there are a few more, but they are really, really limited in number. So if you like that one, you might love this one too. So this is the Oriental Escapade. Now I don't have board, so I'm going to have to show you on the dies with this one, but you're going to get 5 dies and a paper pack on this. So you're still getting the 8 elements on each one. But look at this, you're getting 68 pieces in total on here. Then you've got your geisha edger die, which is absolutely beautiful. You have got your, which one's this one? Your cherry blossom. Again, how gorgeous is that? You get your pagoda, which is so pretty. I do love these. Then your next one is your crane. Again, all the extra accents there. You've got those, the coins, you've got the clouds, really beautiful. You've got your koi carp, and again, with all the extras. It's not just the koi carp. And as Sharon was saying, you get the edger die. Did you have that with the crane as well? You had an edger die with the crane. So if you do want to complete your matte layers, you've got those as well. Then we have our cherry blossom edger, and we saw that was so, so pretty. I'm thinking all the different ways you could use that. And then finally, you've got your embellishment die set. So there are 11 different elements on there, from bunting to you've got your lanterns to your umbrellas and your fans as well. And finally, in that collection, don't want to miss out because I love the colours on this one, is your paper pack. Again, 24 sheets, and again 8 designs, of which 3, look at that, are foiled. These are stunning. These are so, so beautiful. The colourway, this to me, I love this colourway because it's just a little bit different. Instead of just being your sort of reds and cerises and all those sorts of colours, you've got those gorgeous, gorgeous tones. So if you want that one today, all of those elements. Now this is saving you 15%, and this is the one that we find always sells out so quickly. It's £83.99 or $128.34. But don't forget, just because it's not a Crafter's Companion one, you're still going to get your platinum price on this if you are a Club Inspire member of £67.19 or $102.67. So we can have one more demo. I'm just going to see if we've got any more comments, and we'll have a look at those while you're doing the demo.
Okay, thank you. So we're going to use one of the edger dies now, because we've got 3 different edger dies on the show. So I just want to go through with you. You've got the tiger here. Now with the edger dies, you can actually, by running through your Gemini, you can actually cut into your base card. So here on this one, I've used craft card, and I've run him through, and he's actually cut into the actual card base. So that's one way of using your edger dies to create that effect there. With this one, with the tiger, you don't have to use it in its entirety. As we said, you can chop it down. We also have the cherry blossom. So here it's been cut out twice and just flipped round and used on each side. On this one, we've used it as like a gatefold, yeah, so that's really pretty too. This one I'm going to use now, the geisha, so actually chopped into and used as your focal point. So so they're very versatile. You can chop into your card, you can chop them out and use them as a side piece, or totally chop them up and use them as your focal point. So they're very, very versatile. So we're going to go for our geisha. And this is one that actually Melissa part prepped for me, because it's very fiddly to do these bits in, and I thought I might be here for an hour doing this. So I've part prepped this. So our lady we've cut into white, backed onto black, and this is a DL shaped card. Then what I did is I ran the die through again through the Gemini in the red, but I actually added low tack tape on the back, so I kept all those bits intact because we don't want to lose any of those little pieces.
You need to have a look for our paper piece release sheets.
Oh,
they are absolutely brilliant because what you would do is you'd put your red card on there, then cut it through, and then it would just hold all of those.
Oh, I need to look at that.
Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
Like this. They are a game changer.
Perfect.
They've only been here a couple of months, but they are an absolute game changer for
excellent
things like this.
I will look at those.
Everything stays in the right place and you're not trying to work out which gap it goes in.
Yes.
And you can just take it up to your die cut and lift them across.
Perfect. I need that in my life, Corrine.
Yeah, definitely have a look at those.
I will have a look on that on the website. So just dabbing into the glue and adding. So I'm just picking out her umbrella here, her parasol.
It works, doesn't it?
Yes, yeah. And it just kind of makes her face pop then.
And you've got the lily, is it the lily at the bottom?
Yes,
like
we're going to do the
bottom.
little flower as well, just making sure I've got this the right way up. But this is quite a nice little rainy afternoon project, paper piecing, I think. When you haven't got to hurry, you can just take your time. And the effects are stunning. So I've just picked out this little flower at the bottom here as well. So we are going traditional colours here. I think that just makes that pop beautifully.
That is
so
beautiful.
Popping that one in here.
So elegant.
So if Melissa's watching, she's probably thinking, why didn't you get me some of that, some of that paper piecing stuff?
Yeah.
But she did well. So
that's good. Everybody's loving these. Nikki says, looks amazing, love the stencils too. Pammy says, oh, look at that dragon, and she's loving the embellishments.
Lovely.
Michelle Walsh, I think this is on the last one, says, love this card and the Road to Siam collection. Road to Siam collection is just lovely, says Claire Dutton. And Violet says the sunset creates a great atmosphere. It does.
Oh, it does, yeah.
Like you've done this now with picking out those colours. It just creates such a wonderful effect.
It does. So I'm just using those little coins that I think are on the crane die set, and I've cut them in gold, and I'm just sticking them back to back to create a little embellishment there. So same with this one.
I'm intrigued to see why
popping them back to back. Quite good for men's cards as well. You know, on ladies' cards we'll put flowers, we'll put butterflies, we'll put the, you know, the little fans and things. Quite good embellishment for men's cards for those.
I'll do a male card, and you get the main detail, but then it's like, what do I put on just to finish it off?
Exactly. Yes. You know, because ladies' cards we add lots of bling and things as well, don't we? So just with some cord, this is actually like jewellery making cord for your bracelets and things. So I'm just wrapping that round, and then I'm going to thread my coins onto here, like so. So then we can then tie that, she says, tie that across here, move those down a little bit.
What a simple card, but it's so elegant and really, really striking. Just with those, keeping the colours.
Yes.
You've just got the two main colours, the black and the white.
And then just a pop of gold as well.
Yeah, a little bit of gold.
So I'm just going to tie a little bow in there. So you'll have lots of other things, you know, ribbons and cord and things. I love using twine as well in your stash that will just add to that. Then in the set where you've got the fan, you've got the umbrellas, you've got the lanterns, we've just cut out just a red fan and backed it onto gold.
Yep.
So we've got that little bling there.
Oriental Escapade embellishment die set.
Yep. And so that's just going to be her.
They're selling more of the Oriental Escapades. I don't know. it might be this demo.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's hard to choose. It is hard to choose.
Gorgeous with that geisha on there, isn't she? Beautiful.
And then I've got some little flowers as well. I think these little flowers are actually from the Buddha set from Siam. So again, you can see how the two collections will marry across to each other.
Yeah.
So just a few then little flowers.
We keep rotating the details for you between the Road to Siam and between the Oriental Escapade, because just to show you how they are all made up. If you go onto the website, there's a complete breakdown and some pictures to show you what's included in each one, so you are going to be able to work out which collection you want to get. But then I wonder how many people are going to be doing that, going, oh, I want that collection. Then when they see it on the website, they go, actually, I want them both. I think that's going to happen quite a lot today. So, oh, Laura Gray says the geisha is fabulous. She is just absolutely gorgeous, isn't she?
She is. So I'm just adding some of these flowers. I'm not really planning, I'm just sticking down where I fancy.
You mapped all this out before you did it, and then when you come to do it, you just change it all up, don't you?
Yeah, pretty
we
much.
all do, don't we?
Or I think, yeah, I'll do that in my head and then change it. And then I've got a few little gold leaves that we can tuck behind. I might go for the smaller ones.
The Buddha die sets, just looking at those leaves.
So tuck those behind. And
pretty project to be making. But again, then this, I'm looking at this and thinking that wouldn't take that much to turn it into a mixed media project, would it?
No, absolutely.
Put it on like the wooden plaque that we had earlier with maybe some backgrounds on. So yes, you can do so many different
You can
things.
make some nice little home decor projects and nice presents as well. You know, this is a classic theme, isn't it? That's never going to go out of fashion.
No.
You know,
no, you don't want something that is trendy, for want of a better word, today, because people won't want to use it next month or in 6 months' time.
Yeah. Just going to curl those up a little bit. Just a couple
I hope
more
you're thinking
leaves.
about the cards we've made today and thinking about which one, when we do it, which one you're going to be voted for. So we have 2 cards by Craig and 2 cards by Sharon. I would like to call this, wow, Sharon, that is absolutely
And I'll just bring this in to show you as well. I'm not sure who did this, but we're thinking about home decor and projects. So that's the geisha lady in there with the temple. You've got the fish behind. You've got the cherry blossom. So a lovely notebook. What a stunning gift that would be for somebody. And also, we haven't said, there is an angel-free policy with all of Dawn's collections. So if you're making to sell, if you do craft fairs and things like that, there's total angel-free policy.
That is perfect. Absolutely. That's what we like to hear. Absolutely perfect. Right, so have you got Craig's cards there?
I have.
Well,
I have, yes.
So should we have a look at them in order? So I think the first one
the first one was
that is card
this
number one.
That's number one.
3-in-1 creator cards. So that is beautiful. So that's 1. 2 was with the lattice folding. So that is lovely, clean and simple and very modern, isn't it? Lovely colours. So that's 2. 3 is the gorgeous sunset with the temple on. Absolutely gorgeous. Wow, what a range we've done today. And 4 is
and we just fit on the end.
The geisha on
there
as well. Right, 1, 2, 3 or 4. We literally only have a couple of minutes. I'm glad it's you out at home choosing which one is going to be card of the show, because they are gorgeous. Right, they're telling me Road to Siam. So I'm looking at these cards. Road to Siam, right. What are you going to get in this? You're going to get, oops, I'm dropping all of these. You're going to get your cherry blossom. You're going to get 5 die sets in total. Where did that go? I've got them all. I've got the temple with all of those accessories. You have your dragon. Best one, apparently. Best one. Yeah, so it must be right, Nicola said. Tiger. Second best one. There we go. and our lovely Buddha. So those are your die sets. Then you're going to have your stencils. We're giving you 2 in this bundle, but there are more on the website. You get the sort of tile effect one and also the orchid one as well. And then you've got your 24-piece paper pack. Now look at the colours in here. This is sort of more your traditional Oriental colours with the pretty pinks and the purples and the reds. Got the blues in there, aren't they gorgeous? 3 of the designs are foiled, 5 of the designs are not foiled, and for each one is repeated 3 times, giving you your 240. And that available today, we're just going to go straight in because I know you are, platinum price down there, £63.30 or $91.79. You've sold so much of that, well over 10% on that, and you're going to get to see that again this afternoon and then again this evening. So, right, if we've got really quick time, Oriental Escapades, so let's have time to go through these. Yeah, they nearly told me to say Oriental Express, there we go, but no, it's Oriental Escapades. So you're going to get 7 dies in here, but if you do want some stencils with this, then there are a few on the website, if they haven't all sold out, that you could add in to make this bundle with your stencils as well. So you've got your embellishments, you've got your geisha, which we've just seen used, which is your edger die. You have got your cherry blossom, which is beautiful, just appeals to me because you know how I love the flowers. You've got your pagoda. I think they're also called tea houses, aren't they? I think so. You've got your crane, and that one has the outer die as well. You've got your koi carp, and then you've got your cherry blossom edger as well. So on top of that, you're also going to get a paper pack, if I can pick all of the bits up. Wow, the conversation's going on in the gallery about the crane bringing babies. Wow. It's storks that bring babies.
Yeah.
Storks. I don't know what the difference is between 2 boys, but there is a difference, and they've got a different name. So there we go. We'll ask the question on Spring Watch. What's the difference between a crane and a stork? There we go. A 24-piece paper pad. Look at that. I think that's probably, I know it's not foil, because normally we get drawn to the foiling ones, but I do love that one. And then we've got the one there with the cranes on. Absolutely beautiful. 8 designs, 3 of each. 3 of each of the designs are foils. These are absolutely beautiful. Right, so anybody guess which one do you reckon, Sharon?
I don't know.
The demo of the show is, congratulations, it's number 3.
Oh, thank you.
There we go.
You.
Oh, Rosalind says these are nice sized dice. They are, aren't they? They're not small.
They are, yeah.
So thank you, Sharon. We
Thank
shall
you.
put your demo with that gorgeous temple in, and that is going to go on the shelf and go towards our demo of the day. So we've got the craft along coming up at 2 o'clock, which is all about these fantastic 3-in-1 creator cards, and Craig is going to show you how to make that beautiful card he's got prepared ready for Debbie for her birthday on Tuesday. After he's done that from 2 till 4, Sharon will pop back in for another hour at 4 o'clock, all about these beautiful collections. I'm sure there'll be enough left at then. Not sure about tonight at 7 o'clock. You're going to have to be quick. These are beautiful. You've got a choice, Oriental Escapades or the Road to Siam, you choose. But we will be back at 2 o'clock. I've just about time to have some dinner because my tummy is really, really growling. Not like the tiger. So I'm going to go and sit out in the sun for half an hour and have some lunch. I hope you've got time to grab yourself a quick bite to eat or a cup of coffee. Thank you, Sharon, for joining us. It's been absolutely fantastic. These are beautiful, and I'm going to have another look through and look at some of these samples. They are absolutely gorgeous, as you can see on there. Absolutely beautiful. We're going to have another look at how to make these later. So come back and join us. We will be back at 2 o'clock. So thank you for this morning, and we'll see you in an hour. Bye for now.